You know what? I'm seriously frustrated right now. These days, more and more Chinese men are actually looking overseas for marriage, particularly to African women.
So, in today's video, we're going to be talking about passport bros, but China edition. Because apparently, according to this YouTube channel, the channel's name is 1M Views. According to the channel and the videos that they are posting on there, a lot of Chinese men are having a hard time finding a wife in China. So they are looking outside of China for a wife. They are looking to Europe. They are looking to Africa, right? And the reason why this is, according to the videos on the channel, what they are saying on there is that they are having compatibility issues. For some weird reason, Chinese men and Chinese women are no longer really hitting it off anymore. And also they are complaining on there that the Chinese women are basically asking for too much, right? They are financially, they are demanding for too much. So for these reasons, amongst other reasons that you would hear them state as we continue to watch this video, they are now going outside of China to look for a wife. And like we heard the woman say earlier in the opening of this video, according to her, they are seeking, in quotes, particularly African women.
You know what? I'm seriously frustrated right now. These days, more and more Chinese men are actually looking overseas for marriage, particularly to African women.
But before we get into this video, I do want to give a shout out to the brother that sent this video in. Shout out to brother James. He wanted me to react to this video. He wanted to get my opinion on it. So let's get right into the video.
These days, more and more Chinese men are actually looking overseas for marriage, particularly to African women, and it's totally changing the dating landscape. It's like they've just given up on local dating scenes, feeling discouraged about connecting with Chinese women. They'd rather spend 200 yuan on beer, cigarettes, or a quick weekend trip, but think spending 520 yuan on a date or a gift is completely outrageous. Deep down, they know they're struggling to attract the kind of women they find attractive, and they're not willing to invest effort in relationships they don't see as promising. Where are those men who used to be willing to truly try, to put in real effort to win someone's heart? Now, all I see are these guys who seem totally disengaged, basically giving up on meaningful relationships. And get this, they're turning their romantic hopes towards African women, seeing them as more straightforward, less demanding, and potentially more appreciative of their efforts. It's honestly so disheartening to watch this shift happening right before our eyes.
First of all that she just said is giving deja vu, because I have heard these exact same words from women in other cultures, in other races, say the exact same thing. And I've also heard men from other races and other cultures say the exact same thing, that the reason why they are leaving is because of this, right? And yeah, men are going to come up in the video saying all of these things she just said, and then some more, and say this is the reason why they are leaving, right? It's just giving deja vu, because at this point, it just seemed like what is really happening in the dating scene globally? Like, can we talk about it? It's like somebody casted a spell or something, because these days, why does it seem like people are such in a hurry? They cannot wait to up and leave their communities, leave the people in their communities, and go to another community to go look for a partner. Just to be clear, prefixing this video, I've said this multiple times before, I personally don't care who anybody wants to date, regardless of gender and regardless of race. I'm cool as long as it's two consenting adults. I'm cool. I don't have these issues with, oh, you can't date this or you can't date that. Like, as long as you are dating this person for the right reasons, as long as both party loves and respects each other, I don't have any issue. I'm cool. It's 2024. People are free to date and be with, marry whoever it is they want to date, be with, and or marry. But the thing is, I just can't help but think about, wonder why people are finding it hard these days connecting with the people in their immediate communities, and why this mentality of the grass is greener on the other side is so heavily present in the dating scene these days, globally even, for that matter, as it seems. Can somebody please do some kind of survey on this, research on this, and get to the bottom of why it is that this is happening? Because, like, I'm really interested to know. It's something I've been thinking about.
Hey everyone, I'm Kevin Wong. Today, I've decided to share something incredibly real and powerful. Looking back, I've come to realize something amazing about African women that totally blows my mind. It's like they've redefined what it means to be a partner in today's world, and honestly, they're absolutely crushing it. Let me tell you, these women are not just partners, they're absolute game changers. Where traditional dating scenes might have left many feeling disappointed, African women bring something totally different to the table. They're not just sitting around waiting, they're active, ambitious, and incredibly self-assured. Their approach to relationships is so refreshing. They understand partnership means equal effort, not just waiting to be chosen. What truly fascinates me is how these women combine traditional values with modern independence. They're not just looking for a man to provide, they're looking for genuine connection. Their cultural background teaches them the importance of mutual respect, family, and true partnership. And let me be real, in a world where many feel disconnected, that's incredibly attractive. Take communication, for instance. African women have this incredible ability to be direct, yet compassionate. They don't play mind games or expect you to read between the lines. If something matters to them, they'll say it straight. In a dating landscape where so many people are afraid of being vulnerable, this honesty is like a breath of fresh air. But it's not just about relationships. These women are often incredibly educated, ambitious, and have a global perspective that's mind-blowing. They're not just looking to be supported, they're looking to grow together. Many have incredible professional backgrounds, speak multiple languages, and bring a worldview that's both grounded and expansive. Their resilience? Absolutely next level. Coming from cultures that have faced immense challenges, they understand the value of hard work, persistence, and creating opportunities. They don't just dream, they make things happen. And in a world where so many people are stuck in passive mode, that's incredibly powerful. What's even more exciting is how they approach relationships. They're not interested in traditional power dynamics. For them, a relationship is a true partnership, equal effort, mutual respect, shared dreams. They're not looking for someone to complete them. They're looking for someone to complement them. And in today's world, that's exactly what many of us are seeking. So to all the men out there feeling lost in modern dating, and to all the women feeling frustrated, look beyond traditional boundaries. African women are showing us a new model of relationship, one built on respect, communication, and genuine connection.
Kudos to Kevin for his ability to be able to speak about the things that he loves and appreciates about African women without bringing his own women or any other women down. There are some people out there, regardless of gender, that needs to learn this skill.
Hey everyone, let's get real for a moment. After hearing about those incredible African women who redefine partnership, I can't help but contrast them with what I'm seeing in the Asian dating scene. And trust me, the difference is like night and day. You wanna know what's really going on? Let me break it down. While African women are out there building genuine connections, many Asian women seem trapped in a transactional mindset that's honestly suffocating the entire dating landscape. It's like they've turned love into some kind of financial negotiation, and let me tell you, it's killing romance faster than you can say relationship goals. Let's talk numbers, because they're mind-blowing. You're looking at a dating culture where men are expected to shell out 520 yuan for a basic date, but the real ideal is dropping 5,200 yuan on a gift? Are you kidding me? It's like love has become a price tag, and that's just the beginning. Talk about marriage? We're suddenly looking at demands of 300,000 or even 500,000 yuan. Where's the genuine connection in all of this? Compare this to the African women we discussed earlier, who were about mutual growth, respect, and real partnership. Here, it feels like some women have turned dating into a high-stakes financial transaction. They're constantly raising their standards, but God forbid anyone suggests they should have the same expectations for themselves. The most heartbreaking part? Good men are checking out. They're looking at this landscape and thinking, why bother? A few hundred yuan for beer or a weekend trip suddenly seems more appealing than constantly trying to meet impossible expectations. And can you blame them? What's happening is a complete breakdown of genuine human connection. While African women are building bridges, some Asian women are building walls, made of financial demands, unrealistic expectations, and a transactional view of love that reduces relationships to a balance sheet. Let me be crystal clear. This isn't about shaming anyone. This is about recognizing that love shouldn't have a price tag. A relationship isn't about how much money you can extract, but about the genuine connection, mutual respect, and shared growth. To the women reading this, take a page from those incredible African women we discussed. Seek connection, not transaction. To the men, don't give up. There are still genuine souls out there who understand what real partnership means.
Hey everyone, let me tell you something that's been quietly transforming the dating landscape. More and more Chinese men are turning their eyes to African women, and there are some seriously compelling reasons why. Look, the traditional Chinese dating scene has become a minefield. With sky-high expectations, constant financial pressure, and relationships that feel more like business transactions, many Chinese men are feeling completely burned out. But African women? They're offering something totally different. A breath of fresh air that's changing everything. First off, let's talk about genuine connection. African women bring a level of emotional intelligence and authenticity that's become rare in today's dating market. While many Chinese women have turned relationships into a complex economic negotiation, African women are about true partnership. They're not counting every yuan spent or demanding astronomical bride prices. Instead, they value emotional connection, mutual respect, and shared growth. Economic dynamics play a huge role too. Many Chinese men are discovering that African women are more interested in building a life together than extracting maximum financial value from a relationship. They're not obsessed with brand name gifts or unrealistic marriage settlements. These women are partners in the truest sense, willing to work together, support each other's dreams, and create something meaningful. Cultural flexibility is another massive draw. African women often come from cultures that value family, respect, and genuine companionship. They're not locked into the rigid social expectations that make dating in China feel like navigating a complex minefield. They're more adaptable, more open-minded, and frankly, more interested in who a man is as a person rather than what he can provide materially. Communication is another game changer.
See, all of what they are saying is nice, right? Seems nice, but personally, I still can't help but feel a certain kind of way because, like, I'm having mixed feelings. I still somehow can't help but feel a certain way when people come out and say, oh, these are the things I'm looking for, but I can't seem to find it in my community. See, China is a big country, right? It's a country with a lot of people. See, the country is more populated than Africa. For those of us who don't know, yes, China is more, as a country, is more populated than the continent Africa. So there's a whole lot of people there. There's a whole lot of women there. So when you come from somewhere like that and you start saying things like, oh, I can't find anybody here, I have to go. I'm like, how is that? How can't you find somebody? It's the same way I shared this exact same sentiment in one of the videos I made not too long ago. When I said it that, so you are telling me that in your entire community, there is no good woman there. Like all the women there are bad. No one is good. I don't believe it. I think it's a generalization that the men who make this generalization make. I feel like it's a cop-out. They use it as an excuse so they can, basically, in my humble opinion, just go and be with the non-black women that they really want to go for. But they say these things so they feel justified as they're going. Like, if you like non-black women, that's fine, just go and be with them. In that particular portion of the video, I was speaking about black men, specifically in that portion of the video, who trash black women because they prefer non-black women. And like you heard me say in that portion of the clip, it's weird to me when I hear people say that they can't seem to find anyone in their community, that the people in their community, somehow they just don't have the things that they are looking for out of the millions in their community. Like, that's weird to me. Even in this particular situation, still with the Chinese men that are saying what they are saying, it's weird to me too, because not one person, you can't find not even one. Okay, fine. Maybe the women in the city, in your humble opinion, are doing too much. They are demanding for too much. Or maybe not even doing enough, right? As regards to communication, you can't communicate with them now. You can't seem to be able to connect with them. What about the women in the rural areas? You can't communicate and connect with those ones too. Those ones too are asking for too much, are doing too much, or maybe not doing enough. Like the entire country, you can't find one woman, one Chinese woman to connect with. one Chinese woman that you people, what you are looking for is the same with what she's looking for. Your values and whatever align, your family kidney and how you carry family aligns, like not single one. That's weird to me. I call suspicious, quite frankly. But anyways, moving on. Now, onto the fact that these people seem to be hammering so much on, finances. Well, yes, they are talking, other nice things that they are saying, right? But they're speaking a lot about money and how the women in that community, they expect so much from them. And they can't seem to give these things to these women, or they don't want to give these things to these women. And now it seems like they're going out to look for other women, African women, specifically the women that they are speaking about, that we are talking about in this video. It seems like they are seeking out these women because, these women are, they don't ask for that much. So that is making me feel a certain way as well, because what are you trying to say? That we are cheap? You are coming to African women because they are cheaper? Well, like, yes, I get it. They said all of the nice things that they said that have nothing to do with money. They said communication, they said how they connect, all of that good stuff. But they hammer so much on the financial aspect. And now I cannot help but wonder, is the main reason why these men are going after African women possibly because they consider us cheaper? Is that the reason? Possibly. Because that doesn't seem like a compliment to me, quite frankly. And it's conflicting, because now I'm picking on this aspect and maybe that's not how they mean it, but they speak on it so much that it's making me wonder, like, this is just weird. Like, and I don't know, it's just conflicting, putting those, those two aspects together. The other traits and characteristics that they were talking about that's not connected to money, those are nice. But then when they start speaking about the money, I can't help but feel a certain way about the aspect. But you guys let me know if you see it the same way that I do, because the energy I'm getting personally, and I'm open to different opinions in the comment section, right? I can't wait to hear how you guys would interpret it. But it's giving me this energy, quite frankly, of let me go to look for women that will not ask much from me, that would not expect much from me. You understand what I mean? And that is rubbing me off the wrong way, quite frankly. And then there is the fact that, hello, communication gap, because they are Chinese men talking about African women. If these men are coming down here at the rate they are trying to make it seem like they are coming down here, how are they communicating with the women? In Africa, there's like a plethora of languages. So I cannot also help but wonder, how exactly are they so effectively communicating with African women, since, communication is a big deal, of course, in every relationship. So it's a big deal for these Chinese men. So how are they communicating with African women so effectively? And yes, I know that's okay, fine. I'm sure they are learning English in China, but English is not like the official language of all African countries. It's not in all African countries that they speak English. Some African countries, they speak French. Some speak Portuguese, right? So I don't know. I cannot help but wonder, except these people are saying they are going to like specific areas that speak only English, or whatever language that they can communicate in, or communicate with these African women in. Which definitely will not be Chinese, because how many African women can speak Chinese? It's just like, maybe I'm dumb for this particular aspect here, but I cannot help but wonder how effectively really are they communicating with these African women, in the way that they are making it seem like, oh, so many Chinese men are coming down and marrying African women. Like, except, I don't know. I don't know. Something is just not adding up for me. But maybe I'm the one that is being dumb right now with this particular thing I'm saying about the communication and stuff like that. But maybe you will help me make sense of it and how you think it's happening with the communication thing. But it's just weird. There's just something about it that it's not really adding up in my brain. But then again, I've been stressed lately and not been sleeping as much as I need to. So, yeah, definitely sleep deprived. So maybe that's why things are not making sense as they're supposed to be making sense for me. In the comment section, you people will let me know if it's making sense to you people.
Communication is another game changer. Many African women speak multiple languages.
Yes, many African women speak multiple languages. Many African men even, yes, speak multiple languages. But if you look at the languages that they speak, for the most part, they are like African indigenous languages. So you find someone that can speak like 2 to 4 languages, right? Or 3 languages. Or on the high end, yes, sometimes you can find people that can speak 5 languages. But if you look at the languages, one is English, another one is maybe their own language. Maybe sometimes if their mom is of a different tribe or their parents are of different tribes, they can speak both their parents' languages. And maybe if they live in a state that they are not from and they speak a different language, then they can speak that extra language. So it's like that, right? You are not, before you will find someone that speaks, a woman, for example, African woman that speaks Chinese, those ones are very rare. I personally have not come by any African woman in my own personal life that speaks Chinese. So it's okay. And yes, this is not me saying that, oh, my experience is the standard, right? Of course they exist, and of course I'm sure other African people, men and women, are coming by these people, but my point is they are very rare. So before you be able to communicate with an African woman as a Chinese man, you would have to be able to speak one of the languages that she speaks for that communication to be able to happen, because trust, not many African women speak Chinese. This is why I was talking about earlier, like, so how many Chinese men can speak multiple African languages? Are they trying to say all Chinese men can speak English and French and Portuguese? So when they come down here, they don't have a problem because, okay, if you can't speak, or if they can't speak, the indigenous language of these women, they can speak the colonial hoodlums language. So that's, that they can use that. Like, this communication gap thing is about to fry my brain. Let me just stop. Maybe it's not even as deep and as complicated as my brain is making it into right now. But regardless, Yupo, please help me down below in the comment section. Moving on.
Many African women speak multiple languages, have global perspectives, and bring a level of direct, honest communication that's refreshing. No mind games, no endless subtle hints, just straightforward, genuine interaction. For Chinese men exhausted by the complex social dynamics of dating in their home country, this is incredibly appealing. Let's be real, this isn't about or some simplistic narrative. It's about finding genuine human connection in a world that's become increasingly transactional. Chinese men are looking beyond borders and finding partners who share their values of hard work, mutual respect, and genuine emotional investment. Economic opportunities play a role too. With increasing global connectivity, more Chinese men are traveling, working, and connecting internationally. These experiences expose them to different relationship models, different cultural perspectives, and most importantly, women who see partnership as a true collaboration. The younger generation of Chinese men is increasingly global, educated, and open-minded. They're not just looking for a traditional wife, they're seeking a true life partner. And many are finding that in African women who bring a combination of cultural richness, emotional depth, and genuine partnership that feels revolutionary compared to their local dating experiences. Of course, this isn't about generalizing or creating stereotypes. It's about recognizing that love and connection transcend national boundaries. It's about individuals finding genuine understanding and respect, regardless of where they come from.
All right, before we wrap up this deep dive, let me get real with you for a moment. What we're seeing isn't just a trend. It's a profound human story about breaking down barriers, challenging social norms, and rediscovering what genuine connection really means. These Chinese men aren't just choosing partners. They're choosing a whole new way of understanding love, respect, and partnership. Think about it. In a world where relationships have become increasingly transactional, where every interaction seems to have a price tag, these couples are doing something revolutionary. They're saying no to societal expectations and yes to authentic human connection. They're proving that love doesn't speak one language, doesn't have one color, and definitely doesn't have one cultural blueprint. This isn't about exotic fantasies or stereotypes. This is about human beings finding each other across continents, across cultures, and seeing beyond surface-level differences. It's about recognizing that true partnership isn't about matching economic spreadsheets. It's about matching souls, dreams, and mutual respect. To all the cynics out there saying this is just another trend, I say, watch closely. These relationships are rewriting the rules. They're showing us that genuine connection transcends everything: nationality, economic status, cultural background. It's about two people who see each other, truly see each other, and choose to walk life's journey together. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Drop a comment below. I want to hear your thoughts. Are cross-cultural relationships the future of genuine human connection? Are we finally breaking down the walls that have divided us for too long? Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Because trust me, this conversation, we're just getting started. Peace out and keep an open heart.
You know, all of that is nice, sounds beautiful, amazing. I can't say that I necessarily disagree with any of the things he just said. My own thing is, as long as it is true, as long as it is pure, as long as there is nothing fishy going on behind the scene, you know, outside what is being captured on camera, because we know how some things happen in this life that we live in. It doesn't always look exactly how it seemed to look in front of the camera, right? But not to be a cynic, not to be the cynic he was talking about, I genuinely hope that the people that are marrying into these cultures are marrying out, actually meeting genuine people and are not experiencing anything negative. Like we know as Black people, we have these fears because, you know, calling a spade, people have ulterior motives sometimes why they choose to navigate towards Black people. It's not always, you know, pure. But I hope for the sake of the people that are going out, that is pure. And this is not to say that, there are not people within the Black community sometimes who navigate towards other Black people and approach them for relationships with ulterior motives, because that happened too, right? Which brings me to the point that human beings generally, you know, very interesting species for lack of a better way to put it. Regardless of whoever you are going to meet, regardless of the race or the cultural background this person is from, regardless of whoever you would choose to be in a relationship with, you do want to open your eye. You should open your eye and make sure that you are making, you know, the right decision. You are checking as much as you can to make sure that this person is who they say they are, and what they are saying that they are about is what they are truly about. You want to make sure that you are looking out and, you know, not ignoring the red flags, and doing the search that you can do, humanly possibly can do, to make sure that you are going into the right place, right? You are making the right decisions. You are not being blinded by maybe looks or whatever, right? Or money or whatever. The point is, humans are fickle. Humans would humans will shock you, so just be careful regardless of who you are going with, regardless of where they are from. Be careful. And I hope that the people who are going and meeting these people, regardless of their race, meeting people in general, right, regardless of their cultural background, are meeting nice people. That aside, I also cannot help but feel like, and I cannot end this video in good faith without saying this, because I feel this way and I do want to mention it in this video. After going through that particular channel, because I watched 2 other videos, right? I've not seen all the videos on their page. Luckily, the videos are not much. I'm going to take my time and go through the rest of the videos, but from what I've seen so far, the energy I'm getting from that particular channel is giving, if I want to keep it 100, and if you guys go to check the page or the channel, I really would like to hear what people will have to say about the channel. But the energy is giving me, maybe it would change after I've seen more videos, maybe my opinion would change, but so far in the moment right now as I'm filming this video, what I know about the page so far from the videos I've seen, the energy on the page is giving me low-key propaganda. I won't lie. It's giving me they're trying to create or curate a certain narrative. I don't know, there's just something off about the page for real that I can't seem to be able to place my finger on it, but I'll look more into it. And who knows, maybe I'm a cynic. Maybe I'm the cynic, you know, the guy I was talking about in the video. But I really don't care. I'd rather be a cynic and be safe than just, you know, believe blindly and ignore certain instincts that I'm feeling, and then come to realize later that, oh, probably I should have paid more attention to these instincts and these ways that, you know, I'm feeling right now. So that being the case, what I'm trying to say is, when it comes to my people, you know, I'm extra vigilant, I'm extra careful, and I'm extra wary, I would say. I won't lie, I'm one of those. Especially this particular video I saw on the page, which I'm going to review, by the way. This particular video, we're talking about this little boy, the misrace kid in China, Chinese dad, African mom, and the dad abandoned them and stuff like that. The way that video was being, the way they were speaking in that video, and the way the video was put together, and there was just something about that video. But regardless, I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say, what your opinions, your thoughts are about all of this. If you do go on to check the page, I can't wait to hear what you have to say about what you think about what's going on there. Let me know if it's just me that feels the way that I'm feeling right now, or if you are feeling the exact same way. I'm open to your thoughts, opinions. We've come to the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. Let's continue this conversation down below in the comment section. And of course, as always, I'll be catching you in the next one. Bye bye.